What's up everyone, Cubeologist here, and today I've got another unboxing from the Cubicle.us. Alright, so let's get into this. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm pretty sure it's a few 3x3s, but you guys already know that, right? So let's get in here. Okay, so let's see what we got. We've got a 3x3 here. It's called the Formula Cube. I actually saw somebody posting about this online. I thought it was pretty cool, so I wanted to try that out. And we've got the Rephael cube. That looks pretty exciting. And a cube by the same company, I think, as the New Island Phoenix. So that's pretty cool. Let's get all those set up and see what else is in here. So we've got some stickers here. One of these is a black plastic puzzle, maybe two of them. And then we've got a couple cubicle business cards. They're actually pretty cool. I think they fit over each other. But that's beside the point. Those are pretty cool, but let's get into these cubes. The first one I wanted to look at, since I think these two are kind of similar, so I want to take a look at the Formula Cube first. It's a pretty nice black package. It shows a puzzle there, but that looks pretty blocky, so I'm hoping that's not this puzzle. But it probably is, let's be honest. And wow, this kind of feels small right off the bat. So this is the Formula Cube. Let's see if we can get that to focus. And it's pretty new on the Cubicle. I haven't seen it until recently, but it kind of, like, just holding it, it feels like a Guanlong. So let's see, first turns. It definitely has that YJ feel. The shades, obviously, they're kind of like Moyu shades, to be honest. And it definitely has a Guanlong feel. Let's take a piece out and have a look if I can. Alright, so you can see that it's kind of a little bit blocky, but it looks a lot like the Guanlong. The corners especially. And even these with the little built-in torpedo there and the blocky wings. Yeah, that definitely looks like Guanlong, but maybe not. Maybe it's something different. But yeah, that's the Formula Cube. It wasn't that expensive, so I'm really not that upset that it's kind of a rip-off of a rip-off of a copy. So, that's not that big of a deal. But I'll definitely be breaking that in. It feels a little bit smaller, to be honest with you. Let me get my 57mm here and see if I am correct or not. And yeah. It's about a 56, I would say. About a millimeter smaller. So a little bit smaller. Might be a good OH cube. And I think it's a little bit better build quality than my Guanlongs were. But let's get into these other ones here. Now, I might be wrong, but I think the Rephael cube is actually newer than the New Island. So I want to open the New Island first. I think it's pretty cool. I saw this on a few people's channels actually. I know Cubics has unboxed one, then I saw Convinza got one. It's I'm not going to go over that, but it's actually pretty cool. There's a solving method in there. Let's see. We'd love to hear from you. I guess that is a customer service survey or something like that. The bag's pretty cool. I saw this. It's kind of a little mesh bag for you to keep your cube in. I honestly thought my 4x4 had got here when I saw the package because this box is huge. Alright. And make sure we've got nothing else in there. Alright, let's get this off of here. Alright, there we go. That was pretty quick. But, let's see, we've got an edge that's not quite pushed together there. And these look like typical stickerless shades. The blue actually looks a little lighter than what I'm used to on a stickerless cube, but everything else looks pretty stock. I really like the way these holes, the floor end cuts, are actually symmetrical. I know on some other cubes it's kind of squared off on the corner piece, but that's just a personal preference. I think it looks good when they're symmetrical like that. But let's get into first turns. Not very warmed up. Wow, that actually turns really well. I know that people have given this a pretty good review, but I've been kind of skeptical. And then when I read online where you know, people are pretty sure, even though it's not 100%, that stickerless cubes are going to be legal next year. I thought that this would be a good purchase because maybe it's something I want to use. But let's go on to the Rephael cube. So I'm not really sure if this is made by the same company that makes the New Island or not. Now, for some reason, I have thought that this was made by the same company as the New Island cube. I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe that was just a false assumption that I had made, but for some reason I thought that, and let me know if I'm wrong down in the comments because I'm sure I am. But anyway, let's take a look here. I already like that green more, that's for sure. I use fluorescent green, so you can definitely tell already that that's going to be a brighter green. So let's see here. No pamphlet. That's actually good. And oh, I don't like the yellow, but so it's kind of like Moe shades on a stickerless cube. That's not bad. I really don't mind any of these colors. The blue's a little light for me, but that's not a big deal. And does that look pink to you guys? Is it just me? Anyway, let's get into first turns. Okay, so first turns, even though I was turning really sloppily, and I'm looking through the viewfinder here, got a corner twist, and I don't even corner twist on my Oolong V1. I mean, sometimes I've probably had 10 or 12 corner twists since I've owned it. One of those happened to be in a competition, which was horrible. But anyway, that was a quick corner twist. This cube just feels like it needs tensioned is all. So I don't think it's the cube's fault. Once again, you got pretty big Florian cuts, but this cube feels a little more unstable than the New Island. So if I were going to pick, I would definitely go with this one out of the box. But I'm going to work with all these, and I'll probably do reviews of these two together and this one in a separate video. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. I know it's just 3x3s, but I love 3x3s. So if you want to pick up any of these cubes, check out the Cubicle if you haven't already heard of them. They're pretty good. They sell great puzzles, and their customer service is actually pretty amazing. So go ahead and check them out. And if I was recommending either this one or the New Island out of the box, I would definitely go with the New Island over the Rephael cube. But, you know, that's just out of the box. There'll be a review up in the next week or so. So I really appreciate you guys watching. And as always, guys, you'll hear from me soon. Bye.